Hello and welcome. In today's video we are going over the Nissan Z, the 400Z or the Prototype Z, whatever you want to call it. This is the latest sports car that Nissan produces and we're going to test it out in GT7. So we're going to see how good it is in its standard form once it is fully upgraded, and then how it handles an engine swap. So if you guys do going to enjoy this video and you want to see more just like it, well, hit that subscribe button. So Nissan Z, you can purchase this vehicle for 69,660 credits from Brand Central. And what do you get when you purchase this vehicle? You receive the VR30, which is a turbocharged 3-liter V6 that puts out a whopping 399 brake horsepower with a weight of 1,543 kgs. So the Z has decent power, but it is a bit on the heavy side. Now, what I think the main thing that's gonna make the Z absolutely beautiful to drive is the fact that it has its weight being split 57% to the front and 43% to the back, which means there isn't much weight on the rear, which means the car is going to be a lot lighter at the back, which means you can slide the vehicle. So let's just see how it actually handles around circuit. So when it comes to cornering in the Z, as I said, with that weight distribution, you are able to slide the Nissan Z. You do not need 1,000 horsepower to slide a vehicle, and that is shown with the Nissan Z. When it comes to cornering, well, this vehicle can do both. You can either light up the rear tires, or you can go around the corners in a civilized manner and just set a fast lap time. But that's not really fun, and with the Z, it just has such a quirky side to it where it wants you to throw it sideways. The vehicle wants to be used and pushed to its limits, and you can really feel that when you are driving the vehicle. So the biggest downfall when it comes to driving the Z standard is with it only having 400 brake horsepower. Well, it isn't exactly screaming performance on the straightaways. So the car isn't really gonna blow you away when it comes to its top line speed or even its acceleration. But for a modern sports car, it is a lot of fun. Now there are other vehicles that will give you a bit more fun, a bit more performance, but after the Nissan 370Z, the 400Z is really just a rework, and they did an absolute great job. Whether you want to look at the styling, you can really reminisce with iconic features that make this a Z vehicle. And the performance of it, yes, okay, it's fun, it's good, great, but let's just say you want a lot more performance out of the vehicle. Well, in fact, you can head on over to a tuning shop and do exactly that. So you can then change that performance figure to go from 400 brake horsepower all the way up to 836 brake horsepower and take out almost 400 kgs from this vehicle, making it rather lightweight and having a ton of power. So when it comes to driving the fully upgraded Z, well, you're gonna see that you're gonna be running lap times 20 seconds faster than the standard vehicle, and that is an insane difference. And the vehicle just does exactly how the standard vehicle was, but just faster. When it comes to cornering, you light up the rear wheels faster, the car steps out a lot sooner. But if you want to drive it civilized, well, you can set extremely fast lap times without the vehicle going all over the place. It's just how aggressive your driving style is. If you are foot to the floor 24/7, well, the rear tires are gonna light up. Even though they are racing soft, the most grippiest tires in the game, that is no match for the power that the Z produces. Now, 838 brake horsepower is a massive feat, and you really will notice that on the straightaways. This car is able to travel over 300 kilometers per hour on the straightaways, so it is a very exhilarating experience, building boost and just feeling how fast this car actually is. So the Nissan Z, this car is capable of traveling over 400 kilometers per hour, and something that actually threw me off with this vehicle is the fact that it has a 9-speed transmission. Now the only real place that you're gonna notice or need that amount of gears is not really. Most of the time you aren't even gonna reach those higher gears, but if you are doing a top speed run, then you will go into that 9 gear. But 9 gears in this vehicle is just something I found so obscene, because there's nothing else like it in Gran Turismo 7. But the Nissan Z is just such a fun vehicle, and the fact that we can still engine swap this vehicle blows my mind. So when you engine swap it, you can swap in the engine from the Nissan GTR Nismo. The R35 Nismo engine can go into this vehicle. So that means, yes, this is gonna be an absolutely great engine swap. Now when it comes to engine swapping in Gran Turismo 7, if you swap the engine into a modern vehicle, the car is gonna handle the power a lot better compared to if you swap the engine into an older vehicle. And with the Z being one of the newest cars in Gran Turismo 7, like there are very few cars that are produced in 2023 in this game. So with the Z being one of the latest cars in the game, well, it should handle the power like an absolute dream. Now that amount of power, if you fully upgrade this engine, well, you're going to be left with 1042 brake horsepower. Now there is a catch. This engine is heavier than the standard VR30, so you are going to also add on 20 kgs. I know, it just ruins the entire build. No, 20 kgs is absolutely nothing if you're adding 200 horsepower onto the vehicle. So you aren't really even gonna notice that, okay, some weight has been added, because you're not even gonna pick up on it, because you are gonna be traveling so much faster. Now the thing is, with the Z, if you run it with no traction control on with this engine, the car's gonna smoke its tires majority of the time, and you're gonna lose a bit of time when it actually comes to setting a fast lap. So some parts of a circuit you're gonna have to half throttle it in order, or just be gentle when coming out of corners. If you just slam on the accelerator, those rear wheels are lighting up, you're going sideways. It's not really for racing. You can absolutely make it into a race car, however it doesn't want to be that. It just wants to be fun all over the place, just give you a joyful experience. And honestly, you can't blame it. That's what the Zs were known for. Yes, they want the fastest track cars around. That was the GTR's title and what. The Zs were just there as an incredible sports car for people who love driving. So with that being said, the Nissan Z is exceptional. It's so much fun in Gran Turismo 7, and with the engine swap, the power and performance has increased. When it comes to handling, it is a bit more wilder compared to the standard engine, but you still are able to get grip, go around corners incredibly fast, and it's just a good overall fast vehicle, and it can run with some of the fastest cars in game if you're a good driver. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just gonna end up in a wall and you're not gonna really enjoy it. So it's more of a driver's vehicle. So if you think you're up for the challenge, well, by all means try it out. The vehicle only costs 69,000 credits. The engine swap is 193,000, and with upgrades, well, it's not really that expensive. Okay, you are spending a couple 100,000, but it could be worse. The Nissan Z, overall acceleration great, top speed great, easy to go over 400 kilometers per hour, and just overall it's an amazing vehicle. So with all this being said, I hope you guys do go on to enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.